All right. So I don't know what time I got this thing. I suppose probably between 11 o'clock and 2 o'clock. I'm not sure. I do know that it's 10:28 p.m. I'm not a computer guy. It takes me fucking ever to get this shit done. That's the thing, needing help in person. You can tell me 1,000 times. That's not going to teach me how to do it. However, I got lucky with a lot of stuff. I fumble through it until it's completely fucking broken, or I get lucky. Today I got lucky. I don't know how lucky I should consider it, being as it took a very long time. But I was able to get some prints done. I got the printout sheet of the information on what's working and what ain't, what passed and what doesn't on my printer. I was finally able to, well, my computer's been hooked up using this thing to my router. It's the Ethernet cable. The reason it's been hooked up to that is because I don't know how to set up my Wi-Fi. So I fumbled through that. I had to fumble through that in order to get the printer working. I printed off a couple of pictures. Well, more than a couple. This one right here is L3/33. It's a really teeny tiny tank from World War II. It's Italian. That's not what I like about it, though. Uh, really, what I like about it is it's small. It's tiny. And that big bulb on the back. Whenever I see that big bulb, I think to myself, you could probably fit a pretty decent sized engine in that and have it easy to take off. A lot of times I look at stuff like that and think things of that nature. The worst part about all this, having to break the law. Because although people kept on saying they wanted to help, they were too busy with drugs and alcohol and screaming at other people. I mean, when I was at Shannon Alvarado's, she screamed all the fucking time. During the day, she wasn't too bad. She was sober. But around 6 o'clock, she'd get drunk and she'd turn into a bitch. It wasn't focused on me. It was mostly focused on her boyfriend. Now, while I was there, I had a meltdown. After listening to Shannon and her boyfriend screaming at each other every goddamn night. Now, if you want to know what that sounds like, I have Rick McCormick recorded screaming at me. He and Shannon did that nightly. And I'm supposed to be able to function through this. It doesn't work that way. Meanwhile, I have one meltdown while I'm there. She's literally having worse than a meltdown every night. I mean, she's not scared. She's pissed off and looking for someone to take it out on. Completely different fucking scenario. However, I made a picture of Alicia. Now, eventually, albeit I'm not going to be able to print out pictures of everybody right now. It's going to be too expensive on ink, and I got a lot of evidence to produce, a lot of evidence to print out, a lot of evidence to make copies of. I just got a lot to do. Here's one of Natalie. I printed it out. Remember why you're fighting, people. Natalie should still be alive. And she would be alive today if it weren't for her own personal bullshit. And if it weren't for the police's fucking bullshit, Natalie was good to me in real life. That's what y'all don't seem to understand. A lot of people are like, oh, dude, she's just some fucking druggy bitch. Why do you give a shit? Because she was good to me in real life. It was over the internet that she was fucked up. I didn't make her take those drugs. That was her dad. He's a piece of shit. I hope he spends the rest of his life in prison, but at this point, I want Alicia in prison too. I want Danny Gardner in prison. I want Shelley Campbell in prison. Anybody who fucked me over and thought it was okay. Anybody who played mind games with me and thought it was okay. Anybody who threatened my life thought it was okay. Anybody who threatened my friends or my family's lives and thought it was okay. I want them all in prison. Now, if they'd tell the truth, I wouldn't want them in prison. I'd just be glad they told the fucking truth. But through all of this, who has actually told me the truth? I mean, if we look back on it, yeah, Mandy Hughes was full of shit. Liz Rainwater was full of shit. Still is full of shit. Shannon Alvarado, full of shit. Dan Faber, full of shit. Layla Missy Johnson, Dunan, whatever the fuck her name is, full of shit. See, that's the thing. I was never allowed to defend myself. When I defended myself, I got in trouble. When I defended other people, I got in trouble. When I defended children, I got in trouble. How many times did that happen? Let's see. I defended Andrew Witcher's kids, or Amy Witcher's kids. Who got fucked out of that? I'm the one who got fucked. Those kids got fucked. Andrew didn't even get a slap on the goddamn wrist. How about Rihanna's with Amy Spencer's kids? Was I abusing those kids? Well, if you guys listen to the conversation between me and Rihanna, you know that's not true. Also, if you listen to the conversation between me and Rihanna, you know that I didn't break that shit at the fucking store in Wyoming. But that don't matter. That don't matter because the police had an easy peg. They knew I was too broke to defend myself, and they knew that they could abuse the medical establishment in order to get what the fuck they wanted. Small town. Fucking punk ass bitches. Now, Amy Spencer has spoken to me twice like a human being now, and that's nice. Her boyfriend Josh has actually invited me over to their house multiple occasions now. Obviously, I didn't go today. I had too much shit going on. I might go over there tomorrow, try to get my tools back. Fuck the police. They're able to utilize resources that you and I don't have access to, but you and I pay for. They're able to utilize those resources to cover up their own crimes, but somehow can't seem to investigate a goddamn crime against me. Fuck the goddamn police. At least I got my fucking printer set up.